What is up, you guys? So today I'm going to be doing that classic get ready with me where I try a bunch of new products. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was being in this room. It just brought back all the memories of, old YouTube, and it just put me in a good mood to film this video. But this is just in a get ready fashion. I'm not really like teaching you, but I did want to talk to you guys and say hey and just talk about some of the products that I used in this video. And here I'm just priming my eyes with the concealer. Bro, this palette from ColourPop is so beautiful, and I just took those shades to warm up my crease like so, and I kept a bunch of the footage in just so you could see what I'm doing. I do end up speeding it up. Sorry, everyone's texting my phone. I just wanted to keep it in here. You guys let me know if that's okay. I didn't speed it up too much so you could see what I'm doing. And yeah, I feel like now at this point in YouTube, everyone knows how to do their makeup. I feel like you guys can do your makeup better than me. So me explaining the steps is just, unnecessary. But taking that burnt orange shade from this palette, I really wanted my eyes to look so warm. And yeah, that's what I did today. Of course, I didn't know what I was going to do or how I was going to, make the look end up. But yeah, I really like the way this came out. And I really just wanted to work those shades back and forth. And I end up spending a lot of time blending it. I'm fast forwarding this so you guys get the gist. But yeah, I just wanted to work those colors in. I take this dark brown color. It wasn't as dark as I thought it was going to be when I put it on. So I end up just, packing it on. I wanted to do a halo eye. So that's why I'm applying it in my inner corner and outer V. Harley ends up hanging out in the background the whole time. And sorry if it sounds like I'm whispering, mom life. Literally, Ryland's right next to me napping. He just fell asleep on his own, so I didn't want to get him up and move him to risk waking him up from the nap. So after I applied the color, I wanted to blend it out a little bit because I didn't want it to look so harsh. You know what I mean? I wanted it to look like it melted in with that orange shade. So here as a base, I used this LAURAMERCIER pencil. It wasn't my favorite shade on its own. I don't think I would ever wear this color completely on its own just because there wasn't much to it. It was just like gold. But as a base, I feel like it held on to this orangey, coppery shade that's in the palette nicely, and it looks completely messy right now, don't worry. What I love about ColourPop shadows is they really blend easily together, as you'll see in a minute. See, I'm able to blend out those edges right into that dark brown, and it, gave me no problems. Alright, moving on to the skin, I'm using this FARSALI, I think it's the unicorn essence if I'm not mistaken. I really like FARSALI products. If you've never tried, dude, I would totally try it. It just works well with foundations. I'm also using this LAURAMERCIER, I think it's the full coverage, right? And it's totally full coverage. I didn't even need to go in with this much foundation, but I haven't put makeup on like this in a really long time, so I was like, you know what, I'm going for it. And I thought this would oxidize to orange, but it ended up working out. I think this is the shade in Suntan. I'll be sure to have it listed below if I don't have it on the screen. But I just use a dampened blender, as you can see. This sponge is the sponge from e.l.f. I think it was $7 or something like that. Bro, it works just like the beauty blender. I will never buy a beauty blender again just because this is so cheap. And yeah, just cleaning up underneath my eyes. As you see, my eyeshadow looks super messy, but that, when I do my eyeshadow first, it always does. Once all the product is on my face, I end up cleaning it up. Alright, so now I'm trying this new concealer. It's the Superstay concealer by Maybelline. And okay, so at first when I was using this, I was like, this is such a dry consistency, but I made it work, dude. I don't think I would do this again for a liquid contour. I definitely would do the method that I'm doing here if you want to try this method. I just put the concealer on the back of my hand and I put this brush in it and I warm it up. But this shade is perfect for contouring, don't you think? Or a liquid contour or a liquid bronzer, if you will. I just worked it into my skin. I found that when I would swipe with this concealer, it would not work. So I end up just patting and moving it around. But again, I don't think I would recommend you buying this concealer for this method. I just wanted to try it out to see if it would work. And I think the reason why I don't think it'll work for this is because it's such a dry consistency, if that makes sense. Alright, and now moving on to concealer. It was so hard to decide on a shade. This shade that I'm putting on here is light medium and it's way too light. As you can see, that's like Paper Girl. That's just going to accentuate my dark circles. So I try to fix it by adding these two other shades. And yeah, I fixed it, but I just wanted you to see what it looked like with just light medium and adding sand to it. You see that inner corner of my eye, it looks more gray now, and that's what happens if you use a concealer that's way too light for you. So I go in and fix it. I add another concealer, see that's more tinted yellow or has a little more color to it, and it made it look much, much better. When I show you the other eye, you'll see it looks much better than this side, just because I didn't go in with that light medium. So if you're anywhere in my shade range, I would not go in with light medium. But about that concealer, I do actually like it underneath my eyes. When I first applied it though, I was like, but I think it's because I used the wrong shades. My mind changed with it as I applied it to this side. I love the way that it blends with the beauty blender, or not beauty blender, the e.l.f. sponge, sorry. And it applies great, as you can see, and it blends out really great. And for the price point, I think it's a great concealer. I would totally try it. It didn't settle into my fine lines, which I was surprised about, but I did set my under eyes. And I used that brush right there that you saw. It's from ColourPop. Bro, I love this brush. I'm gonna have to do a products that I love, and I'll definitely feature this brush. It's not even meant for concealer, but it just works so freaking well. I use it all the time to like blur out my concealer and just, you know, strategically place product where I want it. And yeah, that's what the concealer looks like. I feel like it's not too bad. And to set my face, I use the, of course, Laura Mercier translucent. I love applying it with the brush. I feel like the less product I use powder wise, the better my skin looks. It doesn't look so dry, you know, and cake looking. And that's all I'm doing here, is just setting that foundation and my under eye concealer. This little brush that I'm using is by It. I freaking love it. I think it's a highlighter brush, but it works so much better as a powder setting brush. Now to bronze my face, I'm going in with this new L'Oreal bronzer, which is massive. And dude, I was pleasantly surprised by this bronzer. Look at the way it applies on my cheek. Isn't the color perfect? It's not too orange. It blended out nicely. It didn't go on choppy, and I was pleasantly surprised by this. And it's huge. It will last you forever. I love this brush that I'm applying it with as well. It's from Fenty. I feel like it's just made for your jawline structure of your face. It's a great brush, but yeah, I really like this bronzer a lot. Look at Harley back there. And for my cheeks, I go in with this ColourPop blush. It applied so faintly, which I actually appreciated because there was so much going on with my eyes, but I think I used the wrong brush. It just wasn't picking up the product like I wanted to, so I had to go over my cheeks over and over again with this product. But the shade is super neutral, and I really liked the way that it looked with this eyeshadow look. And it actually went with the collection, so they were recommended to go with each other. Next, going in with this Laura Mercier highlighter. I didn't want an intense highlight, and I feel like these highlighters by Laura Mercier are a very wearable highlight. I just put a light layer at first, and then I intensify it later. And as you guys can see, it's just super faint. Going in with those same shades that we put on our lid, I'm just doing it same thing on the lower lash line. I work in gradients, you know, that way it looks blown out on the bottom, and then I just, you know, of course go in and blend just to make sure everything looks good and seamless. And I'm just applying those same shades again on the lower lash line. I do the darker brown that's in that palette and just frame the outer portion of my eyes. And then that orangey gold color I'll put in the inner corner. All right, now moving into eyeliner, I'm using this Urban Decay Perversion Waterproof. I really like this stuff. And sorry if you can hear the baby. He woke up from his nap and everyone's awake in the house. So yeah, mom life. And yes, just lining my eyes with this. I have used this brush before, or this eyeliner pen before, but I forgot how much I liked it, and it lasted all day. I like that it doesn't bleed into my eyes, if that makes sense. I can even tight line with this, so I was like, holler. And you can get a really, really nice edge on your liner, so that's fabulous. And now for lashes, I just use Salon Perfect 615s. And then here, this is what I'm saying. You can tight line with this and it doesn't bleed. You know, with most liners, it like bleeds into your eyeball. Not with this one, girl. I really like it. And same thing, just applying that same goldy orange shade into the inner corner of our eyes. That way our lid and our lower lash line match. And I thought adding a gold liner to the lower lash line would look so pretty, and I was right. When the sun hit my eyes, it just sparkled so pretty. Don't forget your lower lashes. And then I'm going to highlight the inner corner, of course. So this brush wasn't working, so that's why you see me switch it. It's because the hairs were different. Those were like white coarse hairs. I can't remember the name of the hairs. And this was just synthetic, and I really love this brush. It's like an old Real Techniques brush. God, I can't talk. And yes, I have used it for years and years and years. And now moving on to contour. This is from the Lion King collection, and I'm just doing a teeny bit to just make my cheeks look that much more structured. And then whatever's left over on the brush, I just swipe on the outside of my face. Now moving on to lips. So I tried this darker color and I end up not liking it. So you'll see I change it to the nude shade you see in the beginning, but I did want to show you what it looked like. I just lined my lips with this Makeup Forever liner, and I mixed 2 Huda lipsticks to make this color. You'll see it in a minute, but I liked the color. I just did not like it with this eye look for whatever reason. I think it was just too ashy. It was an ashy burgundy-ish shade, as you can see, and then I lightened the center with this shade here, and I don't know, I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. What do you guys think? I like the more nude glossy lip with this look. So yeah, that's what I did. The lip glosses I'm using are from ColourPop, and they came with the collection for the eyeshadows, the whatever eyeshadows, and I liked the colors of these glosses. The gloss is definitely sticky, so if you're not one who likes sticky consistencies, and you're not gonna like this, but it wasn't uncomfortable or anything like that. I don't mind stickiness when it comes to the lip glosses, but you know, everyone likes their own thing, and I just combined 2 of the shades, and I just used my finger to blend it all out. And I don't know, I just feel like that muted lip looks much better with the eyes. What do you think? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Love you guys, and let me know if you guys like these get ready with me style videos where it's just casual like this. I really, really, really miss this, and it just makes me feel like it was the old times. Okay, enough talking. See you guys later. Bye.